This video is for beginner video editors who waste hours on tasks that could be done in seconds. But even if you're pro editor, you might still pick up a thing or two. Volumetric light. Imagine you want to make this shot more cinematic by adding God rays. Well, that's actually a brand new effect in Premiere since the latest update. Just look it up in the effects browser, drag it onto your clip, and there you go. If you select your clip and go to the effect controls, you can fine-tune and tweak the effect to your liking. Ripple trim next to playhead. Let's say I want to cut away the empty space right here. You could add a cut, remove everything manually, and drag the entire sequence to the left. Let's undo that. Instead, move the playhead to the point where you want to add a cut. Now, if you press Q on your keyboard, it will remove everything from the last cut to the playhead, and at the same time, your entire sequence shifts to the left. This is very useful when you're cutting long recordings. Creating a nested sequence. Imagine your timeline looks like this. You're not done editing, but you want to clean up the mess. Select everything you don't need to work on, right-click it, and choose Nest. Give it a name, for example, Done, and click OK. Now all your clips are inside the nested sequence. You can see that sequence in the project panel. You can also double-click the nest to open the sequence separately. That way, you can still make changes to your edit. 2 ways of fading audio. The first one is the easy one. Click and drag the edge of the audio clip to the left. That will fade the audio out. Simple. The second type is really cool. Find a point in your song where you want it to end. Typically, add a kick drum or a hit sound or something similar. Then go to the end of the song and find the actual ending. Add a cut right there. Alright, now let me zoom out a little and remove everything in between. Now snap the clips together. And there you go. Now it sounds like your song is actually ending there. Perfect. Markers. I use them all the time. They're a huge lifesaver. Make sure no clip is selected and hit M on your keyboard. You'll see a small green marker appear. If you hold down Alt, click and drag it, you can make it longer and cover a specific part of your timeline. You can also double-click your marker to open more settings. You can change the color, add notes, whatever you need. Ripple trim, previous to playhead. This does the same thing, but instead of removing everything on the left side of the playhead, this shortcut removes everything from the next cut to the playhead. Move to the point where you want to add a cut and press the W key on your keyboard. There you go. It's that simple. Using adjustment layers. An adjustment layer is nothing more than an empty clip that you place above your videos in the timeline. Any effect you apply to the adjustment layer will then be applied to the clips underneath it. To create an adjustment layer, click the New Item button in the project panel and choose Adjustment Layer. Drag it on top of your videos. With that clip selected, head over to Lumetri Color, for example. Let's make some adjustments. Maybe push a little more warmth into the video. Now go to the Curves tab. In here, I'm going to get rid of the harsh greens. I always like to do that. I really love the look of dry grass and plants for some reason. If you go back to the timeline, you'll see that the color grade is applied to everything below the adjustment layer. The same thing applies to effects. If you find the Gaussian blur effect in the effects browser and drag it onto the adjustment layer, then increase the blurriness, you'll see that the clips underneath become blurry. It's that simple. Removing green screens. Imagine I want to put myself into this monitor right here. In the timeline, make sure your video is underneath the TV clip. Then, in the effects browser, find the Ultra key effect and drag it onto the clip of your monitor. In the effect controls, select the color picker and click on the green areas. That should remove them. You can also adjust the settings to make an even better selection. Now all that's left is to adjust the scale and position of your face to make it fit the television. That looks awesome. Auto reframe. Now what if I want to take this video and make it vertical? I want the Eiffel Tower to stay in focus. Instead of animating the position, simply select your clip and go to the effect controls. Make sure your playhead is at the first frame of your clip. Then adjust the position so the Eiffel Tower is in the center. Now, in the effects browser, find the auto reframe effect and drag it onto your clip. In just a few seconds, the Eiffel Tower will stay centered. Awesome. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial. Make sure to subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.